So, folks, believe it or not, good things are happening because, folks, all around this country, there are tons of people, millions of people even, who are looking at their currently elected Democratic representatives and they're saying, I don't think this is it. I think they are not doing enough. I think, in fact, they do not have a spine. And you know
I am
what? We're
happy
going
but not
to,
surprised to see Republican internal feuding.
indeed, one-eyed heathen. Um, but suffice to say, some people are going, you know what? I don't like my elected representative. No one else is running for that seat, though. So I'm going to run for that seat. And I present to you Kat Abu, who is running for Congress, just announced today. And she previously worked at Media Matters. I actually worked with her very briefly, I think last year, maybe late in the year 2023. But yeah, she's the real deal. She believes this stuff. She knows her shit. And she's throwing her hat in the ring. Let's watch her announcement.
Donald Trump and Elon Musk are dismantling our country piece by piece. And so many Democrats seem content to just sit back and let them. So I say it's time to drop the excuses and grow a fucking spine. I'm Kat Abughazaleh, and I'm running for Congress in Illinois' 9th District. Unfortunately, this party has become one where you have to look to the exceptions for real leadership, as the majority work from an outdated playbook. We need a makeover, which means we need a vision that's bigger than what we've been told is possible. There is absolutely no reason you shouldn't be able to afford housing, groceries, and healthcare with some money left over. Families should have free childcare, Social Security should be expanded, and our inalienable rights shouldn't be dependent on who's in power.
And yeah, this isn't even like a socialist platform. This is just what the liberal platform is supposed to be. This is just like a pretty boilerplate, like, hey, we are going to make sure you have what you need to survive and thrive, you know? And that's something, man. And the thing is, like, the lady that Kat Abu is running against isn't even like the worst Democrat. But the lady she's running against has been in office for decades and like hasn't achieved that much. You know, like we need people to go in there and actually fight. We need people to actually fight. To have that spine.
That means standing up to authoritarians, not shrinking away when the fight gets tough. And while current Democratic leadership might be fine cowering to Trump, I'm not. I've spent my entire career reporting on the far right and being attacked by them as a result. In fact, just a few months ago, Elon Musk's lawyers deposed me here in Chicago to ask about my mean tweets. Look, I thought comedy was legal again. This is all to say, I'm not scared of standing up to these people. I know how they think, and I know how to beat them. But my campaign itself is going to be different too, because I don't want to wait a year to help people. We're focused on meeting constituent needs with one simple rule. What if we didn't suck? My campaign and I would rather spend our money on book drives and clothing exchanges and public events than fancy fundraisers for rich donors. I also want my campaign to be as transparent as possible. That's why I'll be posting regular videos about the costs and steps of running for office. We all deserve better. We deserve human rights and financial freedom and a party that stands up to authoritarians. We deserve to thrive, not just survive. And I plan to fight for those ideals both on the campaign trail and in Congress. If you want to know more about me and what I believe, you can go to catforillinois.com. I do need to mention that campaigns cost money and ask you to contribute what you can. But I promise your donation will not be wasted on old, ineffective tactics. No spammy guilt trip texts, no focus groups to test my views, and no grifty consultants who care more about their paycheck than actually winning. It's time to challenge the status quo, and if our leaders won't do it, we will. I'm Kat Abughazaleh, and I'm running for Congress because it's time for Democrats to do more. Donald Trump.
Hell yeah, let's go! I'm so on board with this. I'm so on board with this, and you know what? You guys want to know something? Like, you know, in terms of like visual presentation, right? Like that was sitting in front of a camera, not too dissimilar from what I'm doing. Maybe better lighting, a bit of editing thrown in there for dramatic effect. Some layering of background visuals, but like overall, guys, that was pretty stripped down in terms of like different ways of putting forward your announcement video. And like there's a genuineness to this that I think a lot of people in establishment politics just don't understand. But on top of that, folks, it's very clear that her basic fundamentals on messaging are actually landing with folks. 7 hours after she had made her announcement here, she had raised over $100,000 in grassroots donations. Okay? Like, this clearly resonates with people. Very much so. And what are her positions? Generally, pro-LGBTQ people. Not even generally, very specifically pro-LGBTQ people. If you go to her website, she even shit talks Democrats who are willing to throw trans people under the bus. If you there are also like she's just in favor of Medicare for all, common sense policies. Like it's good. She has a great platform. Yes, people are aroused. I've never seen people this aroused before. And the thing is, she has a long and established career, calling out these conservative hucksters and making sure that they are, on the record, and that record is preserved, and that people know, hey, Tucker Carlson is a piece of shit, and that's important because that message doesn't necessarily get through to everybody, the anti-propaganda work being done by these small media outlets is so crucial, and it's so oftentimes thankless, and it's just really great seeing her succeed. She's pro-Palestine, she's Palestinian, she's great. I think she's actually a really good example of what America needs right now, and I think, frankly, that we're going to see a lot more campaigns starting up, especially as people get more and more angry. And people are going to get angry. What is her name? I'm trying to remember where I recognize her from. Her name is Kat Abughazaleh, but she also goes by Kat Abu on like Twitter, on various social media sites. So yeah, she's got some pull. Hopefully this kind of blazes a trail for a lot of other people to like stand up and get involved as well, So it's really, really cool. I am quite a fan of this development. And I think the more of us that run, the more of us that get involved, the better for all of us. So, if you're in Illinois' 9th, vote for Kat. Full stop. Nailed it.